Hello, folks. We're back again. I'm here with Owen.
Yes, you are.
And Owen is from Organic Cardboard, but he's come here to do another unboxing with me. We had so much fun with Crokinole.
We did, yeah.
If you haven't seen it, we did a part A and a part B over there. Mm-hmm. And there's an exciting conclusion with interesting stuff. No spoilers, though.
Watch his first. Watch mine second.
They're very short, too, compared to our normal videos. Like, comparatively, it's like, combined, they're like one normal video.
One spoiler is I've been playing the hell out of Crokinole since I got to the house. So
it is so much fun, isn't it?
It's addictive.
Now, I haven't gotten a full game in because I had to leave out of town the exact next day, but I was real excited to have the board and stuff.
Yeah.
And
today...
today we're going to take a look at something else. This is Galaxy Unknown.
Yes.
And the fulfillment was done by, who did I say it was?
Planet Unknown, not Galaxy Unknown.
Oh, Planet Unknown.
Yeah, there's a lot of space games that have been going around lately.
I bought it a while ago. I'm in my space era.
Yeah.
The packing for this...
In the space age.
Yeah. The packing for this was kind of sparse. It's just a little bit of paper here.
Ooh, Deluxe.
It is heavy.
Oh,
it is a deluxe version. I don't think there's anything else in there.
I'm gonna get around a little bit.
No.
What?
Now here we are, Planet Unknown.
Nice.
It's really shiny right now, but I'll let me get my.
I've got a little.
I got talons. Oh wow! I just cut it open like Wolverine. You see that?
Get your teeth in there.
Snake. And
I'll accidentally slice your box out of excitement.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. So
I have like lightly damaged components by trying to quickly open them up on a video.
Oh man. So this is a second printing. Mm-hmm. I did not get the expansion or anything else, sorry. But it is the second printing of this deluxe version, and it is heavy as can be.
How much did that box say it weighed?
Oh, I don't know. In fact, this one kind of surprised me a little bit.
Let's see. It's 10 pounds, 4 ounces is the shipping weight on the box, and there's not much in the box.
That's quite heavy for one box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One box of game.
Yeah, it's a little bit thicker of a game than like the most standard board game size, but it's not crazy huge.
Of course, the big deal with this game is it's got a Lazy Susan with polyomino pieces, where you'll be working to build the best planet.
There it is.
Or something like that.
The Susan, the S-U-S-A-N. Do you know what that stands for?
I do not remember.
Oh.
But that acronym does match up with something. I think something different they did with this is they put a lid on it.
Like they didn't have a lid with the other one?
Yeah, I don't think the other one had a lid, and that's one of the big differences.
Looks like you got little rubber feet for all this, so it doesn't go sliding around on you too.
Yeah, got some mechanical functions there.
Lazy Susans now for more than just spice racks.
It looks like this just sets on there. In fact, I think there's some rubber bands that. It's got these box bands that you can use to like fix that thing on there.
That's funky. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It's like a bra strap. The way these bands are.
This I recognize. I saw those in some board game shops.
Yeah.
And they used to sell them for like small board games. In fact, I think I have one of my Tiny Epics has one of those things strapped around it.
Feels like it's fairly durable.
They've made this middle part so it can move. So you can kind of have a little bit more variable. Since you're going to be leaving the components in there, you can still kind of change which one's which.
Nice. So that's something new in this one that they didn't have in the other one?
I'm not certain.
Okay.
Because I don't have the other one.
but this is new at least.
But the lid, I remember the lid was something new that they were going to do with this.
It is Game Trays making this as well. So it should be good quality. Be honest, not everything that they make is good quality, but the vast majority is.
It's been a little hit or miss, but I'd say more hit than miss.
Yes.
But every now and then, like, it doesn't seem like they appreciate the sleeve cards or some of the components and stuff. I'm thinking of Townsfolk Tussle, where they kind of failed there. Sorry.
Yeah, they did that on Bantam West. They really blew it on that one. But,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we got, these are all the different planetary components that are going to go in the Susan. And you can see there's different resources, like there's water, ice, and biofilm.
They're very, like, they almost look plasticky.
Yeah, they've got a nice...
Maybe it's the angle that I'm seeing these at, but they're all rounded off even.
Yeah, pluck some out if you want. See how they
We're going to have to get them out anyways at some point.
Yeah, how they pluck.
Well, they do unpluck. Yeah, more or less standard kind of cardboard width and everything like that. Not flimsy though. They're solid.
That's cool.
They have a nice it's that kind of plasticky finish on the outside of them too a little bit, so that's nice.
So over here. And we just got more and more and more of that. Looks like one of them's fallen out already.
There it is.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's very much like you'd expect. Nothing like jumping out at me super special about it, but it's they look nice.
Yeah, solid cardboard tokens.
We got a couple of score pads. It looks like.
We do.
We've got some component trays.
Got a loose one. Call them. One of them's loose.
Oh no! So these are some of the deluxe components. This is what'll set apart. You probably have another punch board with the standard version, and I didn't see any of these little pieces on there. Well, maybe those meteors on there might have been for this. So we've got rovers and we got meteors. I'm not sure why there's so many little things here.
Little slots, yeah.
That's a lot of slots.
Slots. Trying to get lucky. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So there are different colors of this.
Yeah, maybe.
But there's obviously,
I wonder if those are player color. Those kind of look like maybe player color cubes. I'm not sure.
And then these will, a lot of these things will be put on your planets in the beginning, and then that'll be it. Oh, and these are obviously for cards and stuff, right?
So these are meteorites, like ones that have hit the planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me grab one of these, and we can do a close-up of the plastic components. And these are all. I think these are all plastic components that you have instead of the cardboard versions of the standard one. I think that's what makes it a deluxe, but I'm not sure. All right.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr.
So these orange things are meteorite hits. These blue things are little habitats or something like that. And these are little rovers that you can go around and gather. I think they could go around, not only gather up these meteorites, which get in your way for scoring, but they can also get onto these habitats, which will give you points if you reclaim them, if I recall. So that's a big ask, me recalling things.
Is this a 5-player, up to 5 players?
I think it goes to 6 players without an expansion. Maybe not, though.
I was trying to count if they had 6 different colors here, if these are resources.
Let's pull that out here. We'll figure out how all this stuff goes.
5 different cubes.
So over here, we've got another tray. That's the first player token. I know it was there.
There's something funky.
I got a big old wooden one. And we've got some cards here.
Go ahead and start organizing while we're at it.
This card here is there's
one little single token here.
I'm not sure. I don't know what that token is.
It's probably some round.
Looks like a flux. It's a flux capacitor.
Yeah, it does. It is. Might be like a round tracker.
80s teens unite. It's a flux capacitor from Back to the Future. And they got the first player token. We got some cards. They'll typically go through the cards, but they have some event cards. They have other cards that you'll get as you level up, and they kind of give you different abilities and stuff. Oh, let me show that.
Oh, yeah.
And then this last one, I think these are the events that can happen. So you can. It's an alternate way to play. When you play solo, you always use the events, and I think it's something you could use to kind of spice up your games as you get going.
Are you saying you don't do a smell test on your cards every time you open them? I always do a smell test on the cards.
I don't mind smelling, but there's a lot of.
I had somebody comment about it on one of my videos.
There's a lot of text on there, so it might not be too pretty. This is the rule book. While Owen attempts to smell the cards.
Oh yes.
a fairly simple rule book. I flipped through the PDF of this today. And yeah, so this is now up to here we're scoring, and then we're getting to optional modules. A lot of the back of this book is reference. So you've only got about 7 or 8 pages of actual rules. And then you've got a lot of reference to reference the different polyominoes and the scenarios. Well, there's actually 2 different things here. So on this, we have these planets. You're going to be taking these planets and building out those polyominoes on them. So one side of the planet is a unique planet, like I think this side is. So this is an asymmetrical. And then the other side is a symmetrical planet. So when you're learning, you all play on the symmetrical one. And then as you get, as you play a little bit more, you want to mix it up. There's all these other planets with like different scenarios. A lot of water on this one, for instance.
It's kind of like an Arc Nova thing they got going on there. Where you...
Is that the way? I haven't played it yet.
Arc Nova's got individual zoos if you want to have the more advanced asymmetrical type zoos, and then you have a starter zoo, same concept.
There's a lot of planets. They're cool looking too. Not sure what's going on there. We like neon. We
like blockiness.
Sometimes they're like electrical storms and
like this planet isn't even round. This one's just straight up blocks.
Well, I think that's supposed to be like nebulas or something. So maybe you can mine all kinds of things. This looks like Pac-Man.
Nebulous.
Look at that. It's the Pac-Man planet.
Aha.
Oh, this one's got a bunch of planets.
Yeah, planet's got a chip on its shoulder.
Planetoids.
That's the 3-body problem.
That one's got a belly button. I hope that's a belly button.
Yeah.
It could be something else.
It's some kind of orifice.
It could be the other side. This has got some nice algae growth or something. And that one, ooh, is that a black hole?
Yeah, what are you supposed to do on that?
Ah!
Yeah.
I'm not, well, everywhere you see a block, you're able to put tiles.
So it's like putting a space station or something out, maybe.
Yeah, like you're gathering things out around the periphery
that's
somehow.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Huh.
They also have these player boards, or I think they call these company boards.
Every single one of these is the same back, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So they're all the same on the back. And these I think are the same way, where they're all the same on one side. Yeah. So on this side of the board, they're all the same, and this side of the board, these are asymmetric companies that are doing the work.
Okay.
And this is a dual layer board. Get it up there so you can appreciate it.
It's technically triple layered because it's got the back side, so...
Yeah, because it's got the back also. It's dual layer, so yeah, triple layer board. It's
dual layered.
And because of that, they're...
two twos equal 3.
They haven't... they've succumbed a little bit to the bowing, but it doesn't feel too bad, just kind of looking at it.
Give it a little time in the air.
Yeah.
So as soon as you open these dual layer boards, they start to curl on you.
The banana up.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 of these.
Yeah, well, that's what I was wondering with all these planets. Because I was like, that's a little bit of a missed opportunity because they could have put some of these as starter ones and some of them as another planet on the back. But that's a whole nother round of playtesting and everything.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that these are all... there's so many of these.
So the cards...
Yeah, but it says 1 to 6 players, 70 minutes. The reason a game like this could be...
They have a mild crown smell to them. Very mild. Nothing to write home about. There's not really actually very much scent coming off of these cards.
Yeah. This wood was harvested from Indonesia.
You never got into trading card games, so a lot of the old trading card games had a very distinct smell that was like super nostalgic, and so that's why I always liked this because it reminds you of it sometimes. These hardly smell like anything though. These are almost scentless. They
really don't have much of a smell.
Descented them. Some of them actually don't smell good at all. Some of them just smell like bad ink. But they're talking about the cards again. Though these are kind of flimsy. There's nothing. They're not real substantial. They don't have linen finish or anything like that on them. Probably are going to want to sleeve them, I would imagine, pretty quick. And they're all, looks like they're all those mini Euros probably.
There's a lot of spots. I'll have to sit and try to figure out this organizer, what goes at what.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of spots that kind of look like they're made for cards. So my guess is that sleeving these up won't be a big deal as far as like... Okay, so here is how I ended up organizing my Planet Unknown boxes. I've got the event deck. It's one event deck, but I split it up into 2 spots because, and they are sleeved. I sleeved all of these with these Mayday sleeves. It did a pretty good job. They are a little loose in there, so maybe there's better sleeves, but that's what I had on hand. And then these other sleeves, other cards went here. I can't remember what these are, which cards they are, but they're over here. I think the biomass and these meteors could be swapped interchangeably. I just happened to throw these in here first, but these might fit a little nicer in here and vice versa, but that still works. We've got these little markers. These are those little triangles that designate where you're going to be looking for. I wasn't sure where to stick the flux thing, but it fits right in here next to this guy, our big first player marker. Over here, I separated all those beads, all the beads you would need for an individual, for an individual's player board into these 6 separate compartments, and then I evenly distributed all these things. You do end up with a few more of these rovers. Because these planets are asymmetrical, some need more rovers than others, but I think the standard one is 2, so I made sure everybody had at least 2. These cards I was able to split up. They have tiers, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I went ahead and I split these up based on those tiers. Since we had the 4 areas for cards, there's a lot of room here, so possibly room to make up for expansions and stuff like that if it's the kind of thing that you would put in there. I haven't looked at the moon expansion, and of course I always put one of these in here just to remind myself what kind of card sleeves I used in case I do want to expand my collection of this game. But they store up real nice. I'm always worried that these things are going to get scratched up from the bottom of the plastic. One thing they did that's really neat and clever is they have these little lips. And what that's going to do is let these things just kind of sit there. So they kind of lock these into place where they're not going to move around a whole lot. And both of these are going to fit right down on top of all this other stuff, leaving lots of room for the Susan and making it really easy to pull it out and set it up. I bet that big one is for all these meteors.
Yeah, it looks like there's plenty of room, at least height and width wise. As long as there's enough slots there, I think they would probably fit just fine with sleeves. It seems like they have it set up for sleeves.
Seems like it.
Seems like it. Yeah, not really much of anything to show on the cards. I know Sean said he doesn't usually show the cards anyways, but there's not a lot to show on these either way. These kind of look like they're these are the different groupings on the back, and then this is just a bunch of stuff that's not even really worth looking at that hard. So
yeah, those are upgrades you get, and they're tiered out. So you got a tier 1 upgrades and tier 2. So you kind of you get that escalating abilities and stuff. That's something that's pretty exciting in a lot of games like this.
Yeah, it looks like they're all just kind of strict iconography and a little bit of words. There's nothing really worth, no like artwork really showing up on these. A little bit of artwork on these where they've got some, well, I picked the worst one, but a little tiny bit of artwork on that. I don't know if that's even
I think art wise you've got the cover.
Yeah.
You got the cover, which is very nice. And you've got the planets themselves are very, very pretty to look at. Yes. Everything else is real basic, real sciencey, which is kind of goes with that theme, right? So
yeah, just kind of even like the art, the actual art of the tiles is kind of just iconography, sort of, just a little bit done up. Yeah.
Thank you, folks. Thank you, folks, for tuning in to the Planet Unknown Deluxe Edition. Second printing unboxing.
Deluxe.
I didn't get the Super Moon expansion because, once again, this is a game I missed the first time around. And so I just wanted to try it and see if I like it. And if I love it, then I'll be hunting it down like the rest of you. They get,
Probably will. Well, it'll be on there tonight before you even place it.
Yeah.
Like, damn it, I should have got the rest of it.
every
FOMO!
well, every now and then I get to about to this point where it's all out of the box. I'm like, oh, I wish I had something else.
The worst is if they leave spaces.
If they leave a space in the insert.
This is probably something you missed.
Yeah.
Now you're going to have to get it, that little extra bit.
This little super moon component goes right there,
Yeah,
so
it
you'll
makes your
just have
game-
to look at it.
Makes the game so much better. It's basically unplayable without
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Without that stuff, psh,
Yeah.
why did you even buy it?
All right.
But folks, that's all we got for you today. Be sure to click like and leave a comment on your way out. Let us know how we did. Until next time, enjoy your games. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.